Right, so RPG Maker, let's get RPG Maker up. Okay, so I did a few things. I'm gonna run through them all. I'm really happy actually. I managed to get the overlay, the UI for the quest working, and I like how it looks at the moment. I wasn't happy with it yesterday. There was a few problems. Couldn't get the text to be legible enough because we've got rid of the box and we're having a more of an overlay but without the box, because I think it looks a lot more appealing on the eye. And it wasn't working exactly how I wanted to, but I've got it working now, and I'll tell you what I did to get it working. It was very simple actually. not that difficult at all, and I should have done it like that in the first place. Okay, so one thing I did do is I did change the cabin a bit. I'm constantly changing this, so there's a few alterations from yesterday. I'll probably always keep tweaking it until I'm satisfied. And thank you, Eric did the bed for me, so thank you to him. He made the colours look good, because I wasn't happy with the colours yesterday. I changed the sofa from orange to brown, so it matches with the colour scheme a bit more. What else? I added these cupboards and a rose as well, because if you have been paying attention to the dialogue and the story, the little girl actually named this character Rose, me, after a thorned flower she picked, which it's right there. It happens to be right there. I put some more pictures on the walls, and they're all ripped. Everything's old and ruined in here. We've got a teddy bear that's dead. I did have the teddy bear in there yesterday, though. We've got a creepy doll. What else did I do? Yeah, I think everything else is exactly how it is. I just added the cupboards there, really. And it looks more a bit like a house that has been just destroyed over time and not maintained. And now it's kind of a prison room, I guess. And whose house it is, we don't know. I'm assuming it's got the toys in here, and you never know. It could be, who knows, Fiona Buckington could be just a complete psycho who has a secret house and locks prisoners away all the time. But we don't know, there's a lot of gaps to fill in with our NPCs. And I'm hoping for some super interesting side quests and opportunities to flesh out our NPCs. That would be super cool. Anytime, yay! Looks far better with everything in it now. It does, doesn't it? It was super empty before, and I'm not 100% happy with it. There's a few things I'd like to add. I would love to have some floorboards coming up a bit, to show that, I think we're getting there. We've got some holes, we've got moss on the ground, we've got a bit of dirt, but it would, I think, some floorboards, bit broken, sticking out a bit, would make it, finalise it wonderfully. But strangely enough, there's no assets of that, so I would have to do it myself, and maybe sometime soon, but we're focusing on the UI for now. So we're going to be doing more of that today. Tomorrow might be a skill stream, so be prepared for an awesome and fun discussion on possible skill trees for our warrior and hunter. That will be lots of fun, and maybe we'll discuss the vampire skill tree as well. And also enemy skills as well. We'll have to finish those off. But the skill sorting out has been a big priority for a while, because we can't really move on until those are done. But that's basically our last main task until we do the next cutscene and the final boss. Well, the first boss, should I say, of the Everbloom Forest. So that will be lots of fun too, and we can get to that part. But first we'll get those skills done, and tomorrow will be an opportunity for that. But I definitely want to get the UI sorted today. There's a few little tasks I want to do with the UI. I've done the overlay now for the quest. It looks a lot better. It's still not perfect though. We still have the black font text bug. But I am going to start a new game today and see if starting a new game gets rid of that bug if I do a certain thing, but I'm not sure. I'll have to do a bit of testing. Also the journal, the icons for the journal, I've done some of those, but I've still got to finish them off, so I'll show you guys those too. And writing up the quests and doing the main quest indicators on the mini map as well. So it's going to be a bit of an icon stream, and it'll make the game even better, because I'm probably not going to use the default icons that are in the menu. And the ones I've done already that I was doing last night have added so much, so I'm looking forward to showing you. Sometimes I'll use the icon generator. I was having a peek at that yesterday and it was pretty cool, but it's not always going to have everything I want in there, so sometimes I'll have to create it myself or find assets. Hi Eulogy Master, how's it going? I hope you're having an awesome week. How are you doing? Are you still playing Magic the Gathering, by the way, Eulogy Master? We have a Magic the Gathering fan who in stream now. Mr. Elite. He's a fan of that game too. Okay, so I'm going to get Photoshop up and basically show you some of the icons I did, and then we'll start the game. Yes, why Rose? Oh yeah, just because there's somebody who's recently joined the community who's really a fan of Magic, and it made me think of you, because I remembered that you're the one person who hangs out here who loves that game. I don't think there is anyone else who plays that here. Okay, so where's Photoshop? Here we go. So yeah, this is my tile set for the room, the cabin. We got the rose there. I'm glad I did that. It kind of adds a little bit of colour to the room, and it links to the story, and it's also going to link to something else as well, a quest icon. And I'm going to edit this quest icon a bit because I want it to be red, not pink. But we've got a pink rose here, but we need a red one. So basically what these are, we're going to have a few rows eventually over time, but we've only got the 2 of them so far. These are quest icons. And that's for the first quest, Lost Sister, and this is going to be for the second quest, which is the sacrifice of Rose. And it fits because Rose is who it's about, really. So I think having a unique icon for each quest will be cool, because I personally prefer that rather than have one icon for every quest. Sets them apart a bit, makes them distinct from one another. And we'll see how those look in the game in a bit. I haven't set this one up yet in the game because I want to make it red first. Change the colours. And these icons here are basically the little bullet points we're using for the quests, the quest objectives. That's for if the objective's not being done. That's for when it's being complete, and that is if the objective has failed. But I don't know if we're going to have like quest fails in our game, but we might, so we got a red one there in case. And that is completed quest, and the clock is in progress icon, and we'll see those now in the test play when we do them. They look pretty cool. I've tried to make them look like the raindrop icon I did here, which is for our currency. And I'm not sure if we can add the blue background yet on that, but we might, because that is kind of the colour of our UI, the blue. So yeah, I made these ones myself because it kind of fits with the look of what we've got for some of our UI already. Where is the window PNG? Like here, for example, this is our window PNG for the boxes in the game. And like these arrows here are like pixel art, and so is the border. So for consistency, I did the same kind of look. But not all of them are going to be like pixel like that. Some of them are going to just be probably like these. We're probably going to use one similar to these when for items and for armor and crafting and weapons and all that, because it'd be far too much to do myself. So I'll definitely use existing assets for those sort of things. And there's lots of online of different styles. This is just one of many. And well, I'll pick the look that fits the pixel look we've been going for in the game, I guess. But this is a good one. And I'm gonna basically, when I'm creating this rose, I'm gonna change the colours now. So I'm gonna grab this flower here. I might use it as a reference, just so because if we are gonna use this for, there's a lot of plants, fruit here, we'll use those for loot and things. We've got animal parts here as well, that'll come in super handy for loot icons. And there's weapons, armour, everything, accessories. And I do kind of like that look, so this is probably the best icon set I found. And unfortunately there wasn't a rose, so yeah, that's why I had to do one myself, which I actually did find this one on the free game, open game art, but I've edited it quite a bit, and we're going to change the colour of it now as well, so so it matches with this one basically, so it fits the look of the one in the room. Hi Robson, how's it going? I'm playing Arena right now. I made it into gold this season about 10 minutes ago. Ooh, I take it gold is really badass. That it sounds badass anyway. Is platinum the highest? You can do it, you're a gym master. I believe you'll get the highest rank. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to copy and paste that. And what I want to do is I want to make sure it's consistent. Same colour outline and everything. Because we'll be likely using a lot of these icons. Yeah, they've all got the same colour outline. But before I do that editing of the rose, I want to do a test play of the game and just show you what it all looks like in game first. Okay, I want to show you how the quest overlay looks too. Mythic is the highest. I've never reached it because of RL matters. The highest you've got is platinum. Well, that is awesome. That's an achievement in itself. Are you intending to get Mythic one day, or is it gonna, would that be impossible? I have no idea how difficult that would be, but it sounds like it would be. And yeah, real life does get in the way sometimes, doesn't it? Damn life. Okay, so I think I've got the game sound on mute at the moment, so we're all good. We're not gonna have any music clashing with the background. So what I've done, if you're observant, you may notice this quite fast if you've been keeping an eye on our game a lot. But we do have a text outline now. And I avoided, oh, black font bug, there we go, let's get rid of that. I avoided having the outline at first because I thought it would look bad. I thought it would make it look a bit messy and unclean, but surprisingly I actually don't mind how it looks at all, and it solved a lot of problems for us, because sometimes without the outline, having white text, it doesn't show up, it's not very legible in certain areas, so that helps a bunch. And the black outline matches with the border we've got as well, because we have a white border with a black outline too, and it looks pretty nice in the dialogue text boxes. So as you can see, we have our quest overlay. It looks even nicer in full screen. I don't know how it looks on stream for you guys, but it looks super nice on my end in full screen. And we've got the little quest objective things as well, the white little circles, and they will turn green when the objective is being completed. So at this point we are actually in the Everbloom Forest. That will go green. We'll have to set that up in the event, and that one should go green too once we get to Silent Haven, because we're in Silent Haven now. And we'll probably have a third one as well, find Fiona Buckington or something like that. We need to change that bee's path as well, because he gets in the way, he does. And yeah, let's open the quest journal. So the in progress icon and the completed icon are there too, so all the quests will go in there once they're done. And I felt like a clock was the best thing in progress. I really couldn't think of what else to have. And Sultan, thank you for the follow. So sorry for the delay there, guys. I've been rambling on as I always do about what I've done in the game. And hi Dom, how are you doing today? This looks very cool. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say, Dom. If you're intrigued about what our project is, then feel free to have a look at that. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Hope you're having a great day. It would take 6 hours plus a day in gameplay, Eulogy, and oh goodness, yeah, you would dedicate your life to it if you did that. It would have to be a professional job. Okay, so that green tick as well, that will also be used on the map to show that there's a completed quest. So we'll be doing those as well. We'll be doing the mini-map icons today too, hopefully, if all goes well and we get time. The only icons we haven't done yet are these ones here: read quest, currently active, clear active and cancel, because I'm not a fan of these default ones, these books. They're a little bit confusing and unnecessary in my opinion, so they don't even relate to what it's for. So I will be changing them to something that fits more. For read quest, I can imagine like a sort of note. For currently active, what would that be? For cancel, I definitely imagine a cross. Currently active and clear active, I'm struggling more with what symbol could symbolise though. So obviously chat, if you guys think of anything, I'd be totally welcome to take it up, because I'm excited to make these symbols, but I can't think of what would suit them. A cross for cancel and a note for read quest, like with text on it. And we will stick to the pixel look. I'm kind of designing these bit ones myself, but anything overly complicated like weapon design and all the complex art like that, I'm just going to take the icons that are already existing. But I thought might as well do these ones myself, because I couldn't really find any, to be quite honest, that were relevant to what these quest icons could be. I did find a tick. I found an orange tick online, but it didn't really fit with the look, so I thought I'll just do my own. Ticks aren't hard to do. Also, we've got to do the quest description as well. Have to think of an awesome way to word the quest. And what I'll probably do for things like quest descriptions and quest objectives, I'll write them up myself. But obviously, guys, if you're around and you're here when I'm writing them, and you think actually word it like this instead, then you can totally give me feedback. And I might pop it in the dialogue suggestions channel as well, even though it isn't dialogue, it's just but you know, I found that channel's working quite well for getting some improvements to what we've written and our dialogue. So but yeah, I basically I want the journal entries for the quest to be really interesting and insightful in a way, because sometimes some people really like reading that sort of thing. Like I could get really descriptive with it and talk about lore in it, but you know, I could also be very simple and literally just write what has to be done. I'm going to look at some video games for inspirations, things like The Witcher and Skyrim and other RPGs, and see how they write their quests in their journals. But I like the little icon we've got for the Lost Sister quest, and for the next one, which is currently called The Sacrifice. Well, we might as well keep it short and sweet. Hi Drasray, how are you doing today? It's lovely to see you today. Hope you're having a great day. I'm most likely going to play Magic for a while, since WoW Classic is down today for maintenance, so let's see how far I get. Good luck, Eulogy, you can do it. You'll win. You'll win them all. So we're going to do the rose icon now for the sacrifice quest. I really couldn't think of another icon that would suit that quest, because to sum up the next quest, we basically have to take Rose to the heart of the Everbloom Forest and sacrifice her to the monster that lives there, who is also going to be the first boss of the game. And one potential icon could have been the actual monster that we're going to fight, but we don't know who that is yet. It's actually a mystery, so we can't have him as an icon because it'd be a massive spoiler alert. And another one, yeah, it would be, there was nothing else that a rose icon seemed to fit, considering we have a rose in the cabin. So we'll do that. It's quite symbolic. Okay, and we got to think about quest rewards as well at some point, but we're going to have an item stream probably soon. Once we've done the skills, once we've had a skills stream, we'll have an item stream, and we'll have to get creative and think of cool names for our poison healing potions, or like antidotes. I just don't want to call it antidote because that's stealing Final Fantasy's names, and I don't know if I want to call a potion either. I kind of want to get super creative and think of some unique names. So we'll definitely have an item stream, and then we'll deal with the quest for rewards then, probably. And yeah, so basically what we got to do icons for those 4, get the icon for the second quest done. The overlay's looking fine, but we still have the black font textbook, so I'm probably going to attempt to fix that if we get time as well. And what else? Where are my notes? Let's get rid of the test play in a sec though, but first I want to do the cutscene again. The black outline doesn't look too bad. Like, I honestly thought it would look dreadful, but it doesn't. And another thing I want to do, this UI here with the choices, I don't like the hard edges. I hate hard edges now, so I'm kind of hoping to edit that as well if I can, but I need to figure out where I've got to go to edit it. I assume it's somewhere in the window PNG. So I'll look into that. And it might look a bit nicer if the hard edges aren't there. I'm pretty happy with that pushing like animation. I might make this room a touch darker. I've kind of been messing about with the tint here as well. And hopefully we can get a dripping animation on Fiona as well, on a sprite, to show she's been in the lake. I was given a link for that, but I've just been doing so much other stuff on our list of things to do that I haven't got around to that yet. I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm doing good. Just I'm feeling super inspired lately. I'm super excited to work on this game, and we've got a website coming up, guys. Website still hasn't, I'm getting a few little problems with the website and the setup. I've had to contact my host because they're not there's a few little problems. I don't know why it hasn't been set up properly, but it's fine because the goal was for Stream 50 to get the website up and running anyway, and we're going to be on Stream 50 on Thursday this week. How exciting. 50th stream of Raindrop Chronicles this week on Thursday. So hopefully all going well, we'll have the website actually working. It won't be don't expect an awesome page or anything with loads of info yet, because I'm going to need time to do that. But I will probably have a coming soon screen. That's kind of the goal, and that's what you guys will see until the website gets done. Pepper, thank you for the follow. It's lovely to meet you. I hope you're having a good day. Google some alchemy terms, or even branch out to the genres like steampunk for naming ideas. Oh, good idea, Asriel. I'm gonna need you guys, you clever folks like Asriel and Elite in stream when we think of some names, and you guys can tell me exactly what you do to come up with good names, because I would love to be able to come up with good names. Sometimes I can struggle with that, so I want some tips for sure. And that sounds like a good one, Asriel. That's a good idea. Hard edges don't fit the pixel graphic anyway. Yeah, you're right, Pepper. I've had hard edges in my other UI as well, and I spent like an hour trying to get rid of them yesterday. But it's all good now. There's a nice soft shadow in the background, but you can't see it at the moment but I'm basically talking about my quest overlay. And once this cutscene finishes, it comes back up. 50 nights, yay! It's come round fast, it has. So I remember the days when I started going 3 times a week for streaming. I think I was on stream 20 or something at that point, and then I started doing 4 times a week soon after that, because 3 times a week wasn't enough for me. I wanted to do even more. So it has gone by fast. Now we've gone 4 times a week. We are getting through this, no problem. We'll be on Steam 100 soon. And I think like I said, by stream 150, we'll probably be getting closer to a release for episode 1. I like to have a goal like that, but at the same time I want to be flexible as well, because obviously if episode 1 isn't up to scratch by that point, there's no way I'm going to be releasing it. I want it to be perfect. Thanks, I do indeed. How about you? What was my question again? I forgot. Did I ask how you are? You know what? I always forget what I ask people. Hi Andy Cake, how you doing? It's good to see you. But Pepper and anybody who is new here and is curious about our project, we have a command here. Feel free to read. We are going to get a website up and running soon, and I'm gonna really put my heart and soul into the website. Got a proper .com address for it and everything. raindroprpg.com, but it's not working yet. But by Friday, fingers crossed. And how are you doing, Andy Cake? Pepper. Hey. Oh, that's what I asked you up. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Hi, Neffel. How's it going, Neffel? My water bottle makes a noise when I have water out of it. I'm happy to see you today. I'm happy to see you too. You guys are the best. Okay, so yeah, we've got hard edges on this box, so it'll look much nicer when we don't have that, so might do that today as well. We've got a few things to do. Eventually I want to make this screen look better too when a quest gets accepted. It's a bit plain at the moment, but it's not a priority now to do that, but eventually, hopefully. Oh, the shadow in the background in the top right of the quest overlay, it's blue, and even though our UI is blue, I'm not sure the shadow looks amazing blue, so I might change the colour of that, because it was very noticeable on that other screen with the black background, but it's not so noticeable on this one. And yeah, we haven't really messed with the main menu UI yet either, so that might be something we do in the near future too. And we've got our skill tree here, so I'm going to just give you guys a peek of how that looks. Very basic at the moment, but we can get it looking really cool. So as you can see, we've got your standard boxed skill tree, and obviously those icons next to warrior are not what we'll be using. Yeah, we're going to have a skill stream tomorrow, and I'm going to discuss ideas for that then, and how it could work and how we can make it fun and awesome. So we'll talk together on some ideas tomorrow. So I'm just warning you guys in advance. Eating pancakes day was met. Oh my goodness. Any day where you eat pancakes is an awesome day. Give me some pancakes. Right, so yeah, it's all good. I really personally like not having a box on the quest overlay. I think it's made it prettier, because I wasn't a fan of having too many boxes on the screen. And yeah, in options you can disable the quest thing. Some people don't like anything at all on the screen, but I'm gonna say now, if you hide all the overlay on the game, you'll be playing Raindrop Chronicles in hard mode, because it'd be hard to know where you're going or what to do otherwise. Ooh. Well, if you hide the mini-map, you'll be playing in hard mode for sure. The quest log hidden isn't a big deal, because you can literally just look here in the quest journal. Hopefully the rest of the day is better. Yeah, I hope it gets better for you, Auntie Cake. Sending you all the hugs. So yeah, I'm just giving you guys a little peek on how it's all looking at the moment. So let's go back into our game editor. So first task. Okay, let's get that rose icon done and we'll unlock the second quest. That's a good thing to do first, and then we can think about doing icons for the rest of the journal. And then we'll do some mini-map indicator icons too. So, yeah, what we're going to do, the goal, where's graphic scale? Graphic scale doesn't like me today, it's disappeared. There we go. So the goal is to make this pink rose into a red one. And I've got this flower here as a reference image, so we can get the colours the same, the outline mainly, because this image here is from an icon set that I'll probably be using quite a lot of. We've got some really good animal parts and plants for loot icons and weapons and potions and stuff. So, and it's pixel art, you know. I feel like if we're gonna, we gotta be careful with consistency, otherwise things can start looking a bit weird. So we're gonna stick with pixel icons if possible for things. And we've still got a lot of the default icons in the game. Right, let's do this the quicker way. So yeah, we've still got like the default icons in the game, but over time I'll replace them with pixel ones. But we're working on the UI a bit at a time. Like at the moment it's more about the quest journal UI and mini-map indicators and everything related to the quest UI. We haven't really done much of the main menu or any other parts of the menu UI yet. We've done a little bit of the battle system and it's not looking too bad. But we wouldn't like say ever do UI all in one go. We will do a bit this week and then we'll probably go back to it again in a couple of weeks or a few weeks time. I like to switch between things, and that's why we're going on skills tomorrow, to do something a bit fresh and different. Why isn't, there we go, that might work. But this, oh no, not that way, there we go. This is a quicker way of changing colours, but I think there's a lot of different shades of brown here, so we'll have to You done this all by yourself? Depends what you mean by myself. Like, if you mean artwork, then no. Like 95% of it is existing assets. Sometimes, for example, I'm doing my own icons. Like, let's have a look. Photoshop here. Here we go. Like these little icons here, these pixel ones that I'm doing now, I'm highlighting these. I've done all these because I couldn't find any existing assets that fit the look I wanted. But under most circumstances, I'll be taking existing icons like here, because we're gonna need a lot, like loot. You know, it's all here. We've got fangs, bat wings, etc. And it would take a blooming year to just create all of these myself, and it would be quite overwhelming. So it speeds like the process of the project up to be able to just take some icons, and it's all super good, like copyright free, and some of them you can even use for commercial games. But Raindrop Chronicles will be free to play, so it's super generous, people in the RPG Maker community. I mean, there's always that gameart.org website as well, but it's sometimes the style doesn't fit with that website, but sometimes you can get some good stuff on there. I'm going to just do this like this, you know, it's actually going to be quicker to just colour in manually myself, because it's all different shades of brown. It's take forever. But we're changing this pink to red, so it looks like the rose in the room. Impressive, that's pretty cool. Yay! Hi True Baldy, how's it going? It's lovely to see you. How have you been, True Baldy? But yeah, I'd say like everything else is done by me. Like, I'm actually putting the game together. If you mean if I'm doing that myself, then yes. The community help out sometimes. Like, we think of a story together. We write the dialogue together and stuff. We think of skills together and game mechanics together. Think of world building and lore together. But I'm the one who actually works on the project and does it, if you get what I mean. And things like code and scripts and plugins, luckily RPG Maker's really cool, and there's loads of those available already for people to use. So it does make the coding side a bit less intensive as well, which is always nice. So I think it's a really good thing for people who are interested in storytelling and writing a story, but other game engines don't allow, you know, you to get it out quick enough or easy enough. RPG Maker's perfect because you can get something out fast. And I mean, it's still definitely very time consuming, no doubt about it, but it's less so than it would be if you use something like Unity or Unreal or one of those engines. My goodness, True Baldy, there's a few of you guys who are like getting close to the 300 raindrops now, and you're getting your characters soon. We'll have maybe more character sheets to do soon as well, and that's always going to be fun because we'll have more of you walking down at the bottom. And on the website, when I do get it working and set up, there's going to be a section dedicated to the characters as well, and it'll look even more awesome than our current Google Docs for sure. Right, so that is, pardon me, I've got the burps. Thank you for those commands, Azrael, I appreciate you. Yeah, we have a Discord, we hang out there. We use the Discord to discuss a lot of ideas sometimes, off stream, on stream as well sometimes. Luna Keyplay, thank you so much for that host. How are you doing today? It's so lovely to see you. Long time no see. Hope you've been doing well. Rose is right on. RPG Maker lets you get it out to the people quick. Yeah, I definitely recommend it for storytellers. who have a story in mind in their heads and perhaps don't want to write a novel, they want it to be more visual. Then if you want to tell a visual story and you think, oh my god, I can't make games are too hard, too time consuming, oh no, I have to create all my own assets, oh no, I can't code. If you ever have those worries, then literally this sort of thing is perfect. RPG Maker is great for putting a story together and, you know, telling a story. I've like so many times wanted to, some of my favourite books, I've like nearly did a whole project in RPG Maker to just tell the story of the book, because I'm like, why isn't a good TV series coming out of this book? So I'm fine, I'll do it in RPG Maker set, but I get sued. The company are like, you've copied out copyright, how dare you? Okay, so, oh no, there's still this bit here. Okay, that's all good then. That rose is now consistent with the rest of the flower icons on the sheet, but we are going to make it red because, you know, in our cabin it's a bright red flower basically. So let's get, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this flower here so we can actually see the colour. Get it looking the same, as close as we possibly can anyway. Now, I don't know if we need that other flower as a reference image anymore, but I'm going to keep it there anyway because I want to make sure it stays consistent. Luna! Wasn't letting me chat at first, wasn't it, silly Twitch? How dare it stop Luna from chatting in our stream. Hope you're having a good day, Luna. How has life been? What have you been up to? Right, so we'll use a deep, well, not a deep red, but more of a bright red for this pink. Oh gosh, let's hide Photoshop. Have I had Photoshop up the whole time, guys? I'm actually paranoid now. There we go. So I'm gonna grab, what's the brightest? So I'm gonna change all these pinks to red and have a super pretty rose soon. But if anyone's wondering what this rose is for, basically I'm making an icon for our quest journal for our second quest. Because it's about me, the character called Rose, and the rose icon is symbolic of the quest that's based on me. So there wasn't an existing rose asset. There's every flower except for a rose, it seems. Like this flower was there, so I'm creating this one myself. That's why I say about 95 of the assets are not created by me, because there's that 5% that I have to create myself. Might be a little bit more than that. I mean, there's been a few things I've had to do on my own, but most of it's just general heavy editing of something that's already existing. Usually it's not something from scratch. You're on YouTube now, Rose. I'll go subscribe. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. We hit 170 subscribers yesterday on YouTube, which is like a real... It's amazing because we only hit like 100 very recently. So it's super fun to see that I've hit 170. And this is Kaneko. Changed my user. Yeah, I remember you had that name, Luna. Don't worry, I haven't forgot you. I always remember you as the one that has the pistachio bow sub emotes, because she has really cool emotes. And I remember you liking The Sims as well and telling me about your Sims family. So you're still playing that, Kaneko? I mean, Luna. Calling you both those names now. I'm good, you. I'm doing good. I'm feeling very very motivated lately. It's always good to have that focus on something. Oh no, I'm getting spam messages. Go away. Do you guys get that? I get called daily by spam, like sales people trying to sell me stuff. I'm thinking of changing my number, to be honest. NJ Curtis, it's been so long since I watched some of your streams. Yeah, I remember your name. It's definitely very familiar, NJ. Welcome back. Hope you've been well. How's life been? She hasn't been streaming lately. You can call me either name. Yay. I'll probably call you Luna just because that's your name now, and I don't want chat to get confused. They'll be like, who's Kaneko? But yeah, she hasn't been, has she? I really like her as a content creator. I think she's awesome. She was one of the first streamers I started watching as I became a streamer myself. I was inspired by her a lot. That's just me calling you Rose. Thanks, hope you have been well too, yeah. And I couldn't remember if I told you I changed my name or not. Yeah, that's fine, yeah. I think it's a very good name. It's a super awesome name, Kaneko. I mean, Luna. I don't want to call you now. Okay, so let's use this pink for this one. Right, it looks a mess at the moment, but it's going to look good soon. It's better anyway. Haven't done this for nothing. So I think I've picked like that's the actual lightest pink, but maybe I'm going to have to go darker. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let's lighten this by 40. We'll see how this looks. I might have to go even deeper red because I'm not sure if these particular colours are dark enough for the rose. We'll know more when it's all coloured in. I keep thinking I should drop my subscription to her, but I miss her. Her emails are so cool. She's do you follow her on Twitter, Luna? She did mention, she did put an announcement up. So, hi Rex, how are you doing? Nice to meet you too. I think it looks pretty. Yay! Also, guys, I'm gonna say now because I made an announcement last week, and I just want to clear things up and make sure people know. But I'm probably gonna make another announcement so people that aren't in the stream know. But me and Rex have decided we're gonna get back together. So just so you know, I'm doing fine. Looking forward to your earlier streams. Yeah, Rex, you should definitely watch Rex's streams, guys, and follow him if you haven't already, because you're missing out otherwise. I probably should, yeah. Defo check out the Twitter. I'm not going to talk about what she said on the stream, obviously, because I don't want to sound like a massive gossip or something talking about other streamers on my stream. But yeah, I just want, obviously, because you're a viewer, I want to make sure that you know about any announcements. I'm so happy for you too. Thank you, True Baldy. It's I'm not one to like talk about my private life usually on stream, but obviously Rex is a very he's very much involved in my streams, and like you guys, I want you guys to know about things, and we're in a long distance relationship, and so things like that can be challenging, but I really care about Rex and he cares about me, so we don't want to like give up on each other. That shows me you're doing well. He's using an angry emote. He's joking, he's fine, aren't you, Rex? Even though he had a difficult day yesterday with his technology. Did you see what I says about Sims 4? I'll have a look, Luna. I haven't been playing Sims as much lately, been doing my own streams on PS4 and also playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh, cool. How's the streaming been treating you, Luna? And Fire Emblem Three Houses is one game I'd love to play. If I ever got more time, it would definitely be one I'd play for sure. Okay, so I'm not 100% satisfied with this rose. What the problem is, there's too much pink in it and not enough red. So what I'm going to do, all this red, I'm going to make it darker. At least it's all the same shade now, so it'll be a lot easier to change colour. There you go. This might look too dark, but we'll see. Ew. No, it actually looked better before, but there's still some edits that need to be made. I think, yeah, we'll just darken these two pinks a little bit. Now I think the red might need changing. You know, it's quite hard. You know what it is? That the problem is, it's this outline, because it's not like black or anything. It's more of a, what colour is that? Grey? Yeah, it's more of a grey. And I don't want to make it a black outline because it's going to be inconsistent to the other icons in the set then. So I am going to keep that outline so it matches. So I think we gotta be careful we don't get too dark. This is colours and stuff can get a bit complex sometimes. How are we gonna do this? I mean, zoomed in, this doesn't look awful. Zoomed out, I mean, but it definitely needs an edit. It doesn't look. I want a nice vibrant red rose. God damn it! Why does it have to be so hard? Does chat know any good ideas for what we should do with the colours? But I really want to keep the outline. Maybe this red is too bright and these reds are too pale. Something up with it anyway. All I know is when I made it darker, it looked terrible. So we're not going to make it too dark. We'll try this. Slightly duller red. Yeah, maybe the pinks are just too light, because this rose here only like literally has a couple of pink pixels, but overall it's mainly got the reds in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to just lighten that. We get in there a little. Still not perfect though. Hi Storm Eagle, how's it going? Oh gosh, there's a lot of chat here. Didn't expect so much, guys. To watch it. Let's read again. Don't get many viewers. Yeah, it can be really challenging to build up that bit of momentum, for sure. You can do it though, Luna. I believe in you. Went to bed early yesterday, so I missed your stream. Hope to catch a bit of it today. You're a national treasure, Truebaldy. Truebaldy is the national treasure of Twitch. Like, seriously. And yeah, Rex is one as well. Made it in time. What's up, guys? Hi, Muffin Mancer as well. Welcome, Muffin Mancer and Storm Eagle, to the stream. As you can see, I'm trying to do a rose icon, but I am having a little bit of colour problems. Let's look at our icon set. I want to check something. So, I'm making my own rose, basically, because there isn't a rose that exists. Is every flower but a rose? Where are our flowers gone? Oh, here they are. Is there any red ones here? You know what I'm going to do now is literally just take one of these icons that are red and copy the colours. We're going to take this apple. Yeah, we'll do that. It's a little bit more pink than red, but it's kind of red. Or we could take the cherries. Cherries look a little bit more red, maybe. They're actually pink, but maybe that's the trick. You gotta make them pink, not red, to look good. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these colours. Probably this one for the darkest. They're all the same as well, so at least it'll look consistent when we've got these colours instead. The rose looks crystal-like, does it? Yeah, it's probably because of the colours, but we'll get a good rose soon. We'll get a good one, guys. Yeah, what are you guys doing apart from watching the stream? I'm having fun with it and may consider extending how long I stream a day soon. Right now I only do 2 hours, but may decide to make it 4 with a break for lunch in about an hour. Yeah, sometimes a longer stream can help for sure. So 2 hours wouldn't be long enough for me, that's for sure. I feel like I've only just, you know, started at 2 hours most of the time. So you go for it, Luna. Oh, thanks, Rose Rainbow. You're welcome, True Waldo. Getting wife and son ready to leave for the day. Oh, where are you going? You're going on a trip, Elite? That's up. There is no rose. You'd think it'd be one of the most common flowers. I know, right, Luna? How dare they not have a rose there by default? How dare they? But yeah, sometimes this will happen. We will have to create assets ourselves because we won't always have the assets we want. But I think I can pull something together sometimes, you know. Hang on. Let's go back. I feel like I accidentally... No, that's definitely the right colour. This red here can be that one. And then that one. Maybe this will look better now. Let's have a look. Not bad. I feel like we need maybe a bit of highlight on it then. Because there's something a bit... Are we close? I was thinking where to put the highlights. Because it's difficult with flowers because it's not like it's going to have loads of light on it. Maybe it just needs to be a touch lighter. That's what it probably is, because it's kind of blending in with the outline a bit at the moment. You can't see the pretty rose pattern. So I'm going to just go a step lighter, I think, and we'll see how that looks. It's a hellhole, no! The weather's very poor in the UK at the moment, but it tends to be this time of year, and it's so freezing in the mornings as well. Like, I don't want to get out of bed. I just want to put my onesie on. Oh no, I accidentally changed the colour of those ones. You're not meant to change, I need you. There we go. Now that one, maybe that one. Hello Daz, welcome. How's it going? I may start that on Wednesday. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I haven't been feeling satisfied with how little progress I make in just 2 hours, especially with the game I've been streaming on Monday and Friday. Yeah, sometimes experimenting's a good idea, Luna. Like, if something's not working, change it up and see how it goes. And if something is working, then keep things as it is. That's the rule I always go by. I think because when you're a streamer, experimenting and finding what works for you is a super good idea. It's cold here but sunny out, yeah. And how's the project coming along, Das asks. It's going good. I mean, we're doing a bit of user interface this week. Tomorrow we're going to be doing skills, and we'll be chatting about like ideas for skills and that tomorrow. I'm excited. But we've been focusing on the quest UI at the moment for our quest journal and our quest overlay on the map. And I'm just messing about with some icons at the moment. There wasn't a rose flower in the icon sheet I really liked, so I'm making it myself and trying to make it consistent with the look. And basically I need a rose because I'll be using it as a quest icon for the second quest in the game, because it's about my character Rose, so it's symbolic to that. And it's kind of, we do actually have a rose in the game too. It's in the cabin, so it was a good one to sum up the second quest, because each quest in the game is going to have its own individual icon too. It was really easy to do one for the first quest because it's literally just the girl, this little girl here. So we just copied and pasted her sprite. Okay, so where is graphics going again? Here we go. You're doing so good, True Baldy. That was just pure British. What's a onesie? A one-piece pyjamas basic. You never heard the term onesie before, Storm? I thought it was something everybody know, but I love the word onesie. Oh, Luna, what I'm going to have to do, because you definitely have more raindrops than that, your old account Kaneko has them all. So I'm going to switch them over. Let's do that now. Because the thing is, raindrops, if you change your username, guys, it starts again, but they do remain on your old name. So if you ever do change your name and raindrops are important to you, then let me know and I'll immediately add your raindrops to your new account. So you have 198 Luna on your old account. I mean 195, sorry, I can't read. So I'm going to copy those, 195 Luna, 195 and 25 hours in stream. So that now makes, let me use my brain. That makes 214. If you've got 19 now. And then 28 hours in stream. So you have 214 now, Luna. So if you do the raindrops command now, it should have updated. Huzzah! What program is that for pixel art? Hi Sol, welcome to the stream. I'm so sorry about my late response. This is graphic scale. It's free, so it's a very good one if you don't have to pay for a pixel art program. I've been using graphic scale for how many years now? About 5 years. And I've been recommended other pixel art programs, but I'm very loyal to my dear graphic scale. I love graphic scale, but I've heard Asprite is another good one. 160, I thought I had less. Storm Eagle is shocked. Oh my goodness. The reason you've probably got more than you thought, Storm, is because you're a sub. So if you've subbed or you've been gifted a sub in this channel, you will get 2 times the amount of raindrops. It's a little bit of an incentive for subs. You'll see you'll get there twice as fast to be a character. Ooh, Muffin Mouse has got over 100 as well, nearly in the top 200, Muffin. Good job, guys. Can't even drink that. You guys will get there. It's surprisingly, you can get there faster than you think. It seems like a grind, but some of you guys have proven how quick it is to get there. Yeah, it's updated. I'm glad to see it's working, Luna. Every time I see Muffin Mance's name in chat, I start hearing this theme in my head. Undertale Muffet theme. Oh gosh, Undertale's such a good game. Muffin Mance is such a cool name, isn't it? It makes me want to eat some muffins. You're welcome, Luna. My work is done for today. See you later, True Boldy. Have a safe journey home, and thank you for hanging out and being fabulous. Me and Rex love you. And all the people here love you as here too, of course. Who wouldn't? You played Persona 5, right, Ray? Seemed like that was why I started watching your channel. Yeah, that's how we met, wasn't it? I did play Persona 5. I can't remember how long ago that was now. I think it was in 2018 though, at some point last year, for sure. In the days that I played games on stream. I think we got there with this rose now. I think I'm okay with this. But I want to change the leaf colour a little bit maybe, so it matches with these ones. But it's going to be a lot easier to change the leaf colour than it is the rose. Because the pattern of the rose makes it a little bit more challenging. But the leaf is definitely more simple. Well, I say that, but it looks disgusting. I wish I kept it as it was before now. Oops, no, look at that. To be honest, it doesn't really... Let's have a look. The leaves aren't that different. I mean, at the end of the day, this flower isn't even as bright as this one here, but it doesn't matter because this is more of a stylistic version of that. You know, it doesn't have to look identical. The main thing is it looks like the icons in the sheet, because we are going to use those for other flowers when we pick up loot and stuff and items on the map. Because the Everbloom Forest is obviously going to have a lot of flowers in it that we'll be picking up, and there'll be crafting in this game. You'll be able to make things from the items that you find. So yeah, well, the flower icons will be super important for things like that. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so sorry. There's so much chat and I'm not used to it. So please forgive me, but I'm going to catch up. You're going to get Persona 5 Royal? Oh my goodness, I would love to. It's just, I'll be all honest though, I haven't had much time to play games lately like I wanted to. There's so much on my list, but I will probably put that on my list too for sure. What's the game about? It seems like a great idea to do a game with your Twitch community. Thank you, Zal. I'm going to leave you guys a command, Zal, and anybody else in chat or lurking. !project. Feel free to read that. It'll tell you more about the project. And there's a little FAQ doc we've got, but there will be a website. It's going to be, I'm planning on getting it launched at Stream 50, which will be sometime this week, but it won't be up and running that day, obviously. It'll probably take a few weeks to get it all looking like a proper website, but the domain will all be ready and stuff for Friday, and I'm excited because it's going to be perfect to show off our game. Yeah, what's changed with it? Out of curiosity, why Science and Technology is just dream category? There isn't RPG Maker, others don't fit that well. So basically, as Storm Eagle says, there used to be a creative category on Twitch, just so you know, guys, and it got split. It was the worst decision Twitch ever made for creative people when that happened, in a lot of people's opinion, maybe not everybody's, but so I would have normally have streamed under creative when it was a general overall category for all creatives, but because of the split, Science and Technology is the best one by a clear mile. None of the others really fit, and the community in Science and Technology is absolutely wonderful, so I don't regret being under this category. But Science and Technology basically just means game dev, in all honesty, and a few other things probably. And there is, yeah, I think there is an RPG Maker category, but there's no exposure basically. So yeah, I'd never find new people's, because nobody ever types in RPG Maker, and if they do, it's probably not very often. And oh my goodness, thank you, Raz, for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Can we have some hype in chat, guys? I am very behind today with chat, but I'm going to catch up now with you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Twitch Prime. It means a lot. I hope you're doing well, Raz. 2 characters. New dungeon, total redesigns of dungeon, extra semester to play, and a new part. Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm definitely going to put it on my list, Luna. Lots of new stuff and features. RPG Maker MV, hello. Hi, Dr. Cheese Weasel. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I like your name. Anybody with cheese in their name is pretty cool. Opinion. It's good to meet you, and thank you for the hype, guys, for Raz for that sub. Now I want to download Persona Portable and an emulator, go make a playthrough. You know what, I shouldn't really, I don't know if it's illegal to talk about this on stream, but I don't care. Basically, I want to play Lost Odyssey, and there's no way to play it, so you know what I've got to do, although I've heard it doesn't work. A friend told me it doesn't. They tried to use the emulator and it didn't work. So get your act together, Microsoft Studios, and get it on Steam. Don't think they will ever do that though, because they want it exclusive to Xbox. I'm one of those few people. Yeah, you are elite, and it's actually really lovely that people do search RPG Maker on Twitch. So if you are one of those people that found me from searching RPG Maker, please let me know, because I'm very intrigued. But from what I'm aware, most people have found me just from like browsing the Science and Technology category. RPG Maker is such an underrated thing, and it's very underused and underappreciated. So unfortunately, it's not really a thing on Twitch at all. Lost Odyssey, so fun. Just tinkering with RPG Maker myself. Are you? It's always good to meet peoples that appreciate the RPG Maker cheese. What sort of stuff are you doing in RPG Maker? I'd love to know more. Feel free to tell us. It's legal in this stream, so if nobody snitches us, we have our freedom. Yeah, well, it's not like I'm using one. I'm just like discussing it, so I assume that's fine. And streamers use them all the time on Twitch, and they don't get banned. So you know, I will go mad if I got banned for that. I mean, there's more chance I'll get banned from showing my shoulders, I think. The only problem is it comes out October the 31st in Japan, but next spring in the West. I've got to go, oh my goodness, how dare they? I should bring it out in the West at the same time. Right, we need to move to Japan, guys, so we can get the games quicker. But I don't understand Japanese, so that'd be a problem. I wouldn't even know what they're saying in the game. But I suppose the subs. Can drive down there and kick them. Making a basic human versus orcs affair to get my feet wet. Oh, cool. So the orcs and the humans are at war. That's interesting. We have in our game at the moment, there's not much story yet because we improvise our story in this project, guys. If you're new to the stream, just so you know, there's no plot planned. But we will, because we improvise it, we'll slowly build it as we go on. And one thing we do know about our story is that the humans and the reptile race are kind of at war, or there is like a lot of the reptiles are a repressed race and the humans are not, so there's definitely some conflict going on there. My human form is starting to shred though. Filthy humans are filthy. It's always the case, and it's a very good theme. I like games like that with races and things, and making them sympathetic, the race that's oppressed. Even though the reptiles are sort of villains, it'll be really cool to make them somewhat sympathetic. Plenty of betrayals and world domination plots, etc. Orcs are mostly pawns for a smarted wizard who manipulates them. Oh my goodness. That sounds super cool. I mean, I'm going to say now, guys, just for Cheese or anybody else, we have a creative work channel on our Discord where you can share your games, your artwork, your cosplays, your writing, anything creative at all can go on there. So feel free to join if you want to and share your stuff. We'd love to see. I just got my friend online into Persona 5 and he's loving it. We're about to fight the final boss now, which will be tomorrow night when he's on again. Oh, that's so cool. I got my sister into Persona 5 as well. Now you say that, Luna. She recently bought a PS4 and she asked me, she said, what games should I get? And I was like, Persona 5. And she loves it. She's even bought a Morgana t-shirt now. She's obsessed. Okay, so we're good with this now. I think I'm pretty much happy with this rose icon. It's probably not perfect, but I'm happy enough with it not to fuss over it anymore. So it's a 32 by 32 icon, and it'll fit perfectly into the role it needs to be, which is an icon for the quest journal. And we'll put it in game and see how it looks in a sec. So we'll replace it with the pink rose. We don't need the pink rose anymore. And I still might tweak it, you know, because I'm like that. I'm a bit of a fuss pot. There we go. I'm a bit of a fuss pot, so I might still end up tweaking it. But for now, we'll keep it as it is. We'll save it. So now, let's put it in the game. Because we haven't set up Quest 2 yet. We've got only Quest 1 set up at the moment. So let's get RPG Maker up. This is our messy abandoned cabin. It's a right tip. And this is the event where we'll sell the quest. So hang on, I'm going to need to be reminded how I set up the first quest. this was when we got quest 1, Lost Sister. Main quest 1, progress on. That's just to turn off the parallel, well, the conversation branch. Seems like there's nothing in particular that triggers it. Unless it's all done in the plugin, I'll have to have a browse in that, because it was months ago when I did quest 1. So I had a little bit of a hiatus, but so I might have lost my memory. But let's have a look at the question or plugin. So I'll just switch to this screen for a sec. It's a little bit smaller on the screen, but at least you see the pop-ups on this screen. Trails of Cold Steel 3 came out today. Oh my goodness. Is that a JRPG? It sounds like one. Let us know what it's like, Luna. When you do play it, that is. When you play the first 2. Did anyone play Terran Igima? Oh my goodness, I can't pronounce that one. Based his last night in my love for JRPG. And I didn't, Cheese, but I missed out on the SNES. Unfortunately. I think it was just before my time. PS1 was my first console. So, yeah, Final Fantasy VII was the one that started my love for JRPGs. That was like my first ever JRPG I played. I absolutely fell in love with the genre because of that game. Will pretty soon, yay! Such a lovely game. The storyline really draws you in. Oh, that's nice. I've never heard of it, and I'll have to do a Google, because I love Chrono Trigger. I played that later, many years after it came out, and I was a big fan of it. Final Fantasy IV. Ooh. Breath of Fire was the one that really hooked you. Yeah, Rex is playing Breath of Fire at the moment. That's one I want to play as well. Super Mario RPG on SNES or Earthbound? Earthbound, I was playing that quite recently. My friend gave me his PSP, I think. Yeah, PSP, and he has like a sort of way to play Earthbound on it. So I was giving it a go. Haven't really got that far through it, but it's super cute, and I'm going to play more for sure. Developed by Enix, switched later to merge with Squaresoft. Squaresoft was the best. Should have stayed that way. Super Mario RPG I like, but never played Earthbound. Maybe we'll get it on Switch. Yeah, you know what needs to be on Switch though? Lost Odyssey. Well, I'm so obsessed with that game. I keep mentioning it all the time. But you know, seriously, if that game comes out on Steam or on Nintendo, I would literally, it would make my decade. That's how obsessed I am with that. And I've already played it, but I just want my friends to play it. It will never be on Switch though. Can you imagine an Xbox exclusive game on Switch? Phony. Okay, so quest 1 is here. So we actually have to set up quest 2. It's all, oh, okay. So can we copy and paste this one just to make things easier on us? We can. So it's the next icon, and it's called, is that how you spell sacrifice? I've actually got, well, obviously there's no W in it. Brain's gone to mush from Fiona Buckington. Location. I might put a more specific location, or I might actually put Silent Haven, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll leave the description like that for now. Let me see if it actually works. And we'll just keep all that the same. Is there anything else I have to do for setup here? Because honestly, there must be something else, because it's not going to just appear like that. There'll have to be another way to set the quest up. But looking at the setup of here, I don't seem to have done anything to trigger the quest, which is really weird. I've completely lost my memory on how I did this. We'll figure it out, guys. Once you've done it enough, you become a pro then. Oh my goodness, a raindrop made up of one raindrop. You need one more to grow up into a trickle. Are you a baby cheese? But you'll get there. You can get there fast. I believe in you. Earthbound was not only a good game, but redefined a lot about the RPG genre. That's really interesting. Tell me, without spoilers, guys, why Earthbound redefines the RPG genre, but in a very non-spoiler way, if possible. Because that's very interesting. I'm very curious. Hi Juice, how's it going? It's so lovely to see you. Just so you know, Juice, we fixed that thing. That little suggestion you made, I believe we've done it now. Basically, we keep the box up when the choices appear, so you can say, you can be reminded the last thing that was said. Yay! You are right, yeah. I hope Breath of Fire 2 gets added eventually. It's my favourite in the series, even with its bad translation. Aww. I've heard a lot of good things about the Breath of Fire series. As someone who hasn't played a Zelda game since Ocarina of Time, is it worth to play Breath of the Wild? Ooh, I am like so embarrassed to say that I'm not even a Zelda fangirl, guys. I never grew up on Nintendo, so I missed out. I did play Twilight Princess though, but I never completed it. I did enjoy it. I don't know why. I was a Final Fantasy girl. That's what I was. So, but yeah, I've always thought about starting a Zelda game. But Breath of the Wild would probably be a good one actually to start with. I've heard a lot of good things about it. You gotta go. Take care, Sol. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you have an awesome day. You're such an amazing guy. Oh, thank you so much. You flatter me. I try. I just fluke my way through it, Juice. Half the time I don't even know what I'm doing, in all honesty, but I always figure it out because my determination gets me through it. Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII is God. I love Final Fantasy VIII. I think it's a very underrated Final Fantasy as well. In all honesty, I feel like 7 gets the hype, and so does Final Fantasy X. And 8 doesn't. I think even 9 gets a lot of hype, but 8 seems to not get it. From what I've seen anyway, in the crowds that I've hung out with, it seems underrated. Maybe I triggered the quest higher up. I don't know. It's got to be somewhere here, because I don't believe it's going to just appear without a way of triggering. We can always just do a test play and see, I guess. Unless there's an event around here on this map that does it. Probably not though. I probably feel like such a wally when I realise what I have to do to trigger the quest. It's probably going to be something really simple. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test play, because I'm going to see if it actually appears, because it might. I doubt it though. Let's do one. This channel passed the test. Where can I put my sleeping bag? Yay! We're cool people's cheese. We're all like, most of us anyway, are RPG nerds. And the people that aren't RPG nerds just think I'm awesome, so they hang out anyway. 8 is the most underrated for sure. Yeah, it was the second Final Fantasy I played after 7, so it has a soft spot in my heart for that. Still need to fix that black font bug. We didn't push her into the lake this time. Because we're nice. That title screen is pretty. Thank you, Luna. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think the room needs to be a touch darker, just a touch. Because the windows are closed in here. It's probably really stinky in here as well. Yeah, we got the sound muted, by the way, so you can't hear the game music or audio at the moment. Because most of the time we do test plays, especially very quick ones, I have the sound muted in the game. But sometimes we have to have it on because we need to hear the sound. And we want to do proper and serious test plays. So, did the quest trigger? I doubt it. I say no. No, it's still Lost Sister. So it was meant to have changed to the sacrifice. Rose has joined the party now. We're gonna need to have like a message come up saying that as well, that Rose has joined the party. There's a lot of little UI elements to add. We need a quest completion as well for the previous quest. So yeah, it's still Lost Sister. Basically, we just need to add the new main quest, and Lost Sister will move into completed. So there's obviously a way to trigger that, but I'm just not aware how, because it was a while ago when I created the Lost Sister quest, so I've lost my memory. But we'll figure it out. So we've peeked in the plugin. It doesn't seem to be there. I'll have a look. Maybe you have to do it in the plugin, because it doesn't seem like there's an event where I've done it. His name is Jesus. Susan, can you look like him? Yeah, because in our game, just so you know, chat, if you're new especially, you can have a custom hero. Your hero is custom. You get to decide their gender, their name, their appearance, and you get to choose between warrior and hunter, which one you want as your class as well. So I based my custom hero on Jesus, because I just thought, well, who's it going to be? I says, I'm not going to call it Rose. I'm not going to do me, because there's already a Rose in the game. So I had to think of somebody else, and Jesus it was. 12 was awesome too. 10 and 10-2 were the only FF games I cared enough about to finish. I love 10. 10's my second favourite after 7 probably, but I really love 8, so as that, as you know. And I like 9 too. But I think I liked 9 more when I was younger, and with 7's my ultimate favourite, and 12, I'm actually in the middle of playing 12 at the moment, but I barely get the time, but I try to play it when I can. 14 was good, though I didn't play it too much. 15 got bored with very fast. I adore Final Fantasy 14. Like, I'm not subbed at the moment to 14 because it's too expensive for me to stay subbed to forever. But I do tend to, when there's new content, new expansion, I tend to resub and get through it. I'm a casual, but I really appreciate the game, and I think the story's really good. And as with 15, it was a bit convoluted for me. I got very confused. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong, visually it was a gorgeous game, 15. But I don't know, I got a bit confused with the story. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention properly. I love 8 so much, and everyone seems to badmouth it. Yeah, and I don't understand the hate for it. You know what it is with 8? I think people just couldn't get their heads around the junction system. It was a bit complicated for some people to wrap their brains around, maybe. But in all honesty, it's quite simple. And there's a lot of flexibility with it too. It was just very different to other Final Fantasy games, the mechanics, and I think that's what people's problem probably was. Boy, it's great. It's really good. Hello, lovely people. Hi, Kung. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. How are you today? Some people have no taste. Everybody's like got a different favourite, but you know, I don't think any of them deserve hate. Like even 13 gets loads of hate, doesn't it? I mean, I got 100% in that game. I got all the achievements. It's not even in my top 5 favourite Final Fantasies, but it was okay. I played it through. It's not my favourite one, but I think people hate it a lot more than necessary. First time through 8, I got to the end of disc 2 before I lost heart and had to rethink junctions and just spam GS until then. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to just spam GS all the time, but then when I played it again, in the last few years, I never even used my GFs once. I just junctioned them but didn't actually use them. I just spammed attack. Remember the days where because the cutscenes with the GS took forever, I used to do that boost thing, and then I realised you could actually shorten the animations and I realised I spent all my life watching those GF animations. I'm going to head off now, but I'll try to check in more often from now on. Rose, have fun and take care. Luna, it's so lovely to catch up with you again. You take care and have an awesome day. Oh man, I boosted those things so high. I know, I was like that. But it could go back down to really low if you weren't careful. Let's figure out this weird quest problem. Quest data? Well, we set it up. We've done the setup. Exactly the same as quest 1. You know, there's got to be an event, surely, somewhere that triggers it. I am absolutely baffled by how I triggered quest 1. Have I just, like, totally missed something here? It would be here, though. So, yeah, this is, oh, okay, maybe that's it. I thought that was the gab text. But maybe, like, it's literally just a simple plug-in command like that. Yeah, it is. I was silly. I knew it'd be something really easy like that. So I've copied and pasted that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I copied and pasted it, and I didn't change it. So quest had 2, and that will do it now. It should update the quest. And do we have to? I assume there's a plugin command for completed quests as well. So let's find out what that is, because we'll have to add it. Eden. I'm a nerd. I did it 100% in Final Fantasy VIII the last time I played it. It was ridiculous. I remember grinding on those islands for about 5 hours. Well, longer than that, actually. For like about 5 days, more like. And Final Fantasy VIII is weird because it's one of those games you don't necessarily have to grind in because the enemies level up with you, but I did. I got everyone to level 99 because I'm just silly. And it worked. I ended up killing, what was it? Which weapon was it in 8? Is it Ultima? I can't remember which one. But the evidence is on Steam. I have the certificate. Where is the command? There's so much to read here. I'm impatient. Quest complete, that's it. So quest complete, I think it's just as simple as putting quest complete 1 in. We'll see if that works. And then we can move on to something else. Ultimate weapon for the toughest. I've just forgot what games were all from. Like Ruby and Emerald were 7, and I think it was it was Ultima, wasn't it? In 8. I remember that less for some reason than I remember Ruby and Emerald. Ruby and Emerald are very memorable. It's like Tales of Symphonia, minimum 3 playthroughs to get the full storyline. My goodness. See, I love grinding. I'm a massive fan of that in games, but I just don't get the time now. It's like I got more time when I was at college, and for some reason, and you'd think I'd have less time then. Maybe it's age. Maybe with age I've just got a bit more impatient. I think when you're a kid, you just like grind until your heart's content. I wasn't exactly a kid, but in my early 20s and late teens. So I suppose I had a bit more patience then. When I was a kid, I was dreadful at the games. I had to use game shortcodes. Right, I'm gonna just like literally get through this. What am I doing? Can't even see the test bar. I'm gonna just keep pressing enter and we'll get through it fast, because all I want to check is if the quest has worked, if it's triggered. I'm gonna have to get some almond milk in a sec, guys, because I'm a peckish one, and when I get peckish I get milk or watermelon. Oh no, I forgot to do something. I basically changed the colour of the fish from orange to beige, and I forgot to change it for the actual animation. Oopsie oops, but I'll do that another time. Okay, so it's updated. But we can't open the menu in here, we have to go outside. I'm still not satisfied with the rose, you know. I'm like, it doesn't stand out enough. It's not awful, but I'm going to improve it off stream. We'll get it looking even better off stream, guys, because I could literally fuss around with that for ages. Okay, so there's a lot of like quest filling in to do. Obviously I need to think of time. I need time to put together a really cool description and write those objectives down and make sure they're all working and triggering when they should. Rewards for now we'll leave blank because we don't know until we talk about items. The Lost Sister quest should have gone under completed now. Shouldn't still be there. And so yeah, there's quite a lot of those little extra bits to do. We've got a few things to do. I'm happy with how the quest overlay looks now, but we've still got a few bugs on those to sort out too. Mainly the black text font that we randomly get now and again. But I have a couple of ideas how to figure that out, but I've got to just do quite a lot of play testing. And sometimes I like to do that stuff off stream because it can be a little bit intense and requires a bit of focus. But let me have a look at my list and see what else I've got to do. Do icons for journal. Set up the main quest indicators on the minimap. So that's another thing we can do today. But there was the icons for cancel, read, currently active quest and cancel active quest, was it? Or clear active quest. I'm just thinking of what icons could symbolise those. I know that a cross for cancel would be good, and a note thing for the read. It's the other two I'm stuck on. And as for the quest destination things, I saw this. I'm just going to get the internet so you guys can see. Let me zoom in. because this was where I found the sheet I liked. I was looking for some good icons, and then I found this forum post with a load of resources, and I saw these and I thought these are cool, and I saw the tick as well, and I originally used that for the icon, the completed icon that you can see here. Let's get it up. The little green tick, but the yellow one here didn't kind of fit the art style because it's not pixel art, so I ended up making my own tick, which you can see here. And I'll probably do the same with these arrows. I'll probably use them as a reference image, but make a pixel version of them, because these would be good as map indicators, I'd say. Trying to think, how have other games done like quest, like map indicators for quests? Because we're using question marks as side quests, and we're using exclamation marks for main quests at the moment. Though we might change the current icons for those. Never played the Tales games, heard they are great. Yeah, I've heard great things about them too. They're all on Steam, aren't they? Still on my PS2, actually. Regret getting rid of your PS3. Silly Sony, no with backwards compatibility. Yeah, how silly. How silly indeed. I would love to just have a room, a shelf, where I can put all my old consoles on. But unfortunately at the moment there's no space, so I have to sell them. But anyway guys, I'm going to BRB for a few. I won't be long. Talk amongst yourselves if you wish. I'm going to get myself a snack. Maybe some almond milk. Won't be long. And then when I get back, I'm going to do some more icon stuff and put them in the game. So I think it'll be super cool to see some map indicators to show where the quest destinations are. Right, see you soon. Hi guys, I am back. I was just looking at Discord. So, oh, we got a new message in Discord. Azrael seems today on stream I grew wings. So funny. I love how you're putting in these little screenshots of our stream avatars. Amazing. You also got a kind of hat going on there as well, I see. Okay, so where were we? Well, I'm very hungry and I'm also very cold. Let's get Photoshop up. So I've got my onesie here. It's my own fault for exposing my shoulders, that's why I'm cold. How dare I? Burp. MV is so much fun. You're picking up MV later this month via the Humble Bundle offer. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that, Azrael. Have you got a game idea in mind that you're gonna do? Not so inclined to learn, Ruby, yeah? With your link, of course, Rose. Yeah, thank you, Azrael. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, if anybody's around, just so you know, there is a Humble Bundle. An awesome offer going on at the moment. Don't miss out if you'd like to get RPG Maker. Right, so milk's good. I don't have normal milk now. I don't drink cow's milk. I have almond milk or soya milk. Right, so I probably will make an edit to the rose, but for now we'll leave it as it is. I want to get some other icons done. Yeah, there's 4 more questionable icons that can go here. And I know what 2 of them are going to be, but I don't know what the other 2 could be. But we've also got to do the map indicator icons too. So let's go back to what we was looking at, which was here. So I'm going to save this. Did I already save it? I'm not sure. I might have already got it saved on my desktop. MV system icons, yeah, I saved it. So I'm going to open it in Photoshop. So this here, I mean, I'm sure there's many uses for what it could be used for, these arrows, but my idea is showing it on the map, like right at the edge, like where you've got to go for the quest. It's hard to explain with words, so sometimes I'll have to do it visually, and then you'll get what I've got in mind, guys. So for now I might just copy and paste these particular icons and see how they look on the map first in the game, and if I feel like, oh, the style doesn't work, then I'll just do a pixel version of them, similar to how I did with the tick, which is probably what I'm going to do anyway, because it'll look more consistent with the look of the game. Where should they go though? Here, because we need this space here for 4 of our other icons for the journal. So we'll keep that gap there. Is this gonna fit though? Is it too big to be an icon? You're kidding me? Surely not. No, it'll definitely fit. Got to just go right to the top. There we go. Then it fits perfectly. Thought it was a bit too big then. So I'm just going to copy and paste these two for now and we'll test them. We'll use it to test ideas, if nothing else. Yeah, well, I'm excited to see what you do with it, Azrael. BRB, have fun with your work. Have fun with your work. Okay, so you know what's difficult? Knowing what number these icons are. That's 336, so we'll have to count across and see. No, that's 330, sorry. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that should be 340. So I'm going to save it. I think I'm right. If it doesn't work, then I know that I wasn't right. So I'm probably going to do it very similar to how I put the exclamation mark above Nigel's head. So I'm going to have to remind myself how I did this. What I remember, I literally just put an event over the NPC and it's this. This has everything in it that's needed. I'm going to copy and paste that and we'll go to Silent Haven and we'll put the same thing above Fiona's head, but we've got to change bits. So okay, we used images then. We use images for the map, that's right. We use the images for the mini map, but we actually use we pull the icons from the icon set to get it above the NPC's head because there's a plugin for that. But it's not from this, so we'll go back to the inn. Okay, yeah, icon on event plugin, that was it. So this is Nigel's. Main quest 1 icon is the name. Main quest 1 in progress and my main quest 1 icon off, that's right. So the icon's off there. That's when it's in progress and it's got icon on event 13, so that's what we need. And we'll have to change that to 340 and it should be there then above the head. And it must work by comments then, that must be how the plugin works. So how big is the current world in your game? Oh, I love world building, and we just have a tiny little forest with a village in it at the moment. Everbloom Forest it's called, which is what you can see here. We've got 6 screens and a little village that's behind it. And that's the only place we've got at the moment because this whole project is improvised, this game's improvised. So just as the story, we write that as we go along, we build the world as we go along too. So the world map is literally just the Everbloom Forest and blackness around it at the moment. No, it's all mysterious. We haven't decided the other places yet. I mean, we've discussed other places and mentioned them for certain character arcs, but we haven't done a world map yet or anything like that. But it's going to be super fun when we do, because we'll basically reveal parts as we go along. I see it being like at the beginning, the player only knows the Everbloom Forest, and eventually when you move on to the next area of the game, it'll probably show the world map and like reveal the next section kind of thing. We might have that sort of thing going on, because this game's episodic as well, and episode 1. You'll probably have only explored a fraction of the world by then. So there'll be so many places that we don't know at that point that will be revealed in future episodes. What's that noise? Did you guys hear that? Oh my goodness, I'm spooked. It's not Halloween yet. I'm scared. It sounded like it was coming from the loft. The monster in the loft. I'll be okay, won't I? But yeah, that's the answer to your question, Cheese. So yeah, we build it as we go along. We have no idea how big it is yet, but it might be big. It might be. Depends how crazy we want to go with this, I guess. Thank you. Sounds like fun. Yay. Worlds are fun, especially big worlds. I intend for this to be a big world for sure. And the map design is probably going to be deciding where everything's going to be, and slowly building all the places and putting it together is going to be one of the things I enjoy a lot, for sure. Okay, so icon event 340. So that should put the icon above the head, and I'm going to test play now to see if it's actually worked. And no, it hasn't. And nothing ever works first time. That's one thing I learned. If something does work first time, I'm like, oh, I'm getting good at this. Let's go back to Nigel. So there must be something else we have to do. Let's look at the icon and events actual plugin. Maybe there's something, it'll tell us how to set it up anyway. Because like I said, I've lost my memory. Been a while since when we did Nigel Buckington's quest. Okay. Maybe I just didn't get the number right. Maybe I did do it right, but I just didn't put the right number icon there. Maybe that's what I did. I'm gonna count it again. Go back to our screen. I like to see the cute little characters walking across. So my goodness, I really need to make a note of what number these are. I'm gonna have to check in the question or plug in again to see. So the lost history, yeah, that's 336, the little girl icon. So that would make that 320. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 300, yeah, I put the wrong number in. That was it then. Maybe it'll work now. I put 340 in, but I was meant to put in 330. I did my counting wrong. I've probably got it wrong again. This is a cool program. Hi DM Forever, welcome to the stream. It's good to meet you. How are you today? And project, and oh yes, if you're curious about the program, I've got a program command as well. So I don't want to spam you guys with too much stuff all at one go, but that's a very useful link to read if you've never heard of this program before. Take a look. So welcome to the stream. It's good to meet you. Yay, it's worked. We've got the icon above our head. And yeah, I'm not sure about the actual visual look of that, simply because it's not pixel. We kind of sticking with the pixel art with this game, as you can see with the UI. And even though we've got a lot of default icons in at the moment in a lot of areas, well, we can't see any at the moment, but for example here where it's got magic water, we've got a lot of default icons. They'll eventually get replaced with pixel icons that fit with the look of the game more over time. And yeah, as you can see, by 0 CP, there's like this weird little rectangle that will be changed as well. CP means class points, by the way. If you're curious, you'll get that from battles, and it'll be used to build your skill trees up. And we can have a skill tree stream tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. Do you think that this program could do a dark and gothic world? For sure, you can create whatever world you want, DM. I'm sure there's some tile sets on the forums that are gothic. So !assets. The forums RPG Maker web, that's where all the assets are. So if you take a look, you'll find what some of the community have done. And I'm pretty sure there is like a gothic sort of tile set somewhere. I'd be shocked if there wasn't. Something like Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, medieval stuff as well. I'm sure there'll be stuff like that too. Just have a little browse on the forums, see what you can find. You never know, might inspire you. There isn't assets for absolutely everything, but there is quite a lot. There's definitely enough to make a good quality game. Right, so the next step is getting it on the map. And I don't think we're going to use that particular icon for the player. I'm probably going to use that icon more. Yeah, I don't know now. I need to plan this out more, how I'm going to get these icons to look. Because I'm not going to use that one above head. I'm going to have the exclamation mark above the head, but that one will go on the map. So I'll need to create a picture of that one. I'm rambling, by the way, guys, because sometimes I do this when I'm trying to plan out things. I just talk to myself, but that's what streamers do. We talk to ourselves a lot. I think the program is on sale at the moment in Humble. Hi Lejuta, welcome to the stream. I hope I've said your name right. I think I have. Sometimes the text is super small, but welcome to the stream, and you are very right, Lejuta. It is, and I'm gonna leave you the link as well, the Humble Bundle link. Well, hang on. I don't think I've got the exact Humble link for the RPG Maker, but it's there somewhere. But Humble Bundle's here, and my partner link's there, guys, if you're curious and want to have a peek. With lots of add-ons too. Yeah, we were chatting about that earlier, actually, Lejuta. It says it's really good. So now is the time to get it. To get RPG Maker. And welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. How is your Tuesday treating you, chat? Also, why is there a random exclamation mark on the map? It's not in the right spot. And I know why it's there. It's probably from this. We've got to set up. Got to do a lot of setting up. Get the coordinates right. Yeah, it's quite a messy bit. Guys, a bit of thinking. I'll probably do all that off stream, to be honest. I'm going to put that at back seat for now. In fact, I'd love to get it ready tomorrow to show you, because I do work on this project in the evenings. When stream finishes, I go off for my dinner, but then I come back on my computer and I usually work on the game for a few hours, or depends, it changes each night, but sometimes I do like to get at least a little bit of time in before I go to bed on doing some things. So I'm probably going to get the quest destination indicators and all that on the mini-map, and where there should be off stream, because it's actually, the setup is a bit more confusing than I remembered it being, so I need to use my brain for it. And I tend to do that stuff off stream, but we can do some other stuff on the stream. We can make the rest of the quest icons for the journal, because we have 4 more to design. We gotta do the description for the quests as well, and the quest objectives. But I gotta get my writing Gotta get my pro writer on when doing that. I need to grow a beard before I can be a pro writer. There was a Snapchat filter actually, of a bit of like a guy, like it turned me into a guy with a beard and like round glasses. I thought, wow, I really look like a writer. I want to see if it's on. I'm going to just have a look and see if the Snapchat filter's still there, because I think they got rid of it. But if I can find it, I'd take one and show you guys it. Oh no, I don't think I've got it anymore. Why did they get rid of the best filters? Let's get rid of the best ones. The hot weather has disappeared, so it's blanket days from here on out. Yep, this is why I have a onesie right here. Sometimes I wear this onesie on stream, you know. And it's not just any onesie. It's a special onesie. And I'm about to show you why it is, if I can find it. Where's the head? Oh, here it is. It's a bear onesie. And when it gets really cold, I'll probably be wearing this on stream sometimes. But I want some more onesies. I'm going to get more. I play D&D and the game I'm running is like Lord of the Rings, except the orcs win. It would be awesome to make that world so others could experience it. Oh, that's so cool. You should make it for sure, DM. I should have guessed. DM Forever is your name. I'm in a D&D campaign at the moment as well. A good friend of mine who's also a mod here is running the campaign. We do it every 2 weeks on a Sunday. And it's my first ever D&D campaign I've been in. It's lots of fun. I love how it's all improvised and then we don't know what's coming. It's really exciting, and I'm this project, this community project we're doing, I'm kind of taking a very similar approach, like the whole improvising as we go along thing. So hey, no one knows what's going to happen, just like D&D. It's cold here. Oh no, guys, you need to get some electric blankets and onesies. A bearsy. They alter the filters. It might come back. What might come back, Kung? And welcome back to the stream, Kung. Look at your awesome character walking across the screen. Okay, so I'm gonna just do another test play again because I want to look at the 4 icons we need to change. I've got to get my head, I need to get my brain into gear and think of some good icons we can use, because I'm stuck. Instagram filters. Oh, that's what you were talking about. Yeah, I forgot that I was talking about that. I hope it comes back. I really do. So basically what happened was I was about to get to sleep. I was looking through my phone at the filters and I saw the bearded one with the glasses and I was like, whoa, I'm taking a picture of me with this filter tomorrow when I wake up, because I wasn't going to do it then because it was really dark in my room, so I wouldn't have been able to take a proper picture because it was night. It was like 2 a.m. So I thought I'll take it in the morning. I'll take me with being an awesome bearded man in the morning. And then finally morning came and the filter was gone. Absolutely devastating. How dare they get rid of it? I didn't realise they would get rid of it that fast. But play game. Right, quest journal. So this is the UI we changed. In progress, it's got a little clock icon. Complete, it's got a tick by it. It's much better than it was before, trust me. It's added a lot. And oh, various quests given to you by people from all over the were. It's going off the edge. We need to fix that little visual glitch. It's meant to be world. So the icons we need are these. Read quest. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot so I remember what these say. But yeah, we're going to change these to cool little pixel icons, just like the 2 above. That's something that's quite simple to do on stream. The other little UI tasks I've got to get working. Yeah, a little bit more complicated. Got to use a bit of code and do a little bit of thinking. So we're going to do the easy stuff for now, and I'll save the hard bits for off stream. Go back to this screen. Let me get paint up and get my screenshot there, because otherwise I'm going to forget what these icons are. Okay, so cancel's really easy. As you can see here, I've got them here. So cancel's really easy. That's just a cross, basically. Request can be like a note. It's currently active and clear active. I don't know what to have as, but I want it to be very obvious what they symbolise. I could do some Google image searching for inspiration, I guess, for some ideas. One sec, lovely people. Okay. So I paste all the icons into the photo set on Photoshop, but I mean icons set on Photoshop, but I do them in graphic scale. So we've got graphic scale open as well, and I'm gonna copy and paste these so I can keep them there as a reference, and so we can keep consistent as well. Rose, we'll move you out the way a little bit. I'm going to probably edit that again later as well, just make it a bit more clear, because at a small size I don't think you can really tell it's a rose much at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to just go on Google and I'm going to try and get inspired with some visual icon ideas. So this one should be easy, to be honest. It won't be too hard to do this one. We're just going to make sure we get the size right. And I don't use grids because I hate them. So we won't be putting grids up. I don't even know. Yeah, we can set grids up in here. But I'm lazy, you know. And I think grids ruin the look of the design, so I can't even see it properly. But oh well. Hi Sleeping. Hi, I just found your stream. This looks cool. I've seen RPG Maker before, but not seen someone stream making a game in it. Hi Sleeping. Oh, that just makes me super happy. I love meeting people who have heard of RPG Maker and know the program and discover me. So it's super nice because I'm having a blast with this project, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you want to read more about it, Sleeping, or anyone else that might be lurking who's curious, we have a little link tree with some social media links and an FAQ page, but we will be having a website very soon. I've just bought the domain, and I'll be working on designing that over the next few weeks, and hopefully it will actually be launched on Friday for our 50th stream. It'd be a good way to celebrate, but it'll just be a bit of a boring coming soon page for them. But the next few weeks I'll get it looking super cool, and that'll be our little information hub, and we'll be using that to show off the game. So yeah, feel free to have a look. The FAQ page will tell you how it all works and things. But it's good to meet you sleeping. And if you've made any projects in RPG Maker yourself, I'd love to hear about them. But some people haven't. Some people know RPG Maker but actually haven't used it. But I recommend it for sure because it's I love it. I love it. Been using it since I was a little baby. Since I was 12. But I really only came back to it for the first time in well over a decade. Haven't really used some of the more recent versions that much. I don't even know if MV is the best one, but it's going well for me so far. So the first icon we're going to do that we need is a read icon. So this icon is just basically for reading the quest, getting a description, the objectives. So the obvious one that I can think of for this, I mean, we might change the colours a bit, probably keep it black. The reason why that one's blue is because so it matches with the blue UI we've got. So our UI is kind of blue, but it's kind of black as well. It's both. So for read, the obvious one for me is something like this. Is that 32 by 32? No, it's 22 by 22. We should probably make it a bit bigger then so it can fill out the icon area. I'm going to move it here and do that actually because these little circles are small. I made them small on purpose because I didn't want them to be too huge, hogging up the overlay. So they're only meant to be little bullet points. Sleeping, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yay. So make this bigger now. Yeah, I don't tend, not going to fill it out 32 by 32. I'll just keep it as consistent as possible with the other icons. I'll keep it the same height. I think we need a bit more margin. Letters don't generally need more margin than that, maybe. That's like a straightforward one. I don't know, should we have the corners? See how it looks without. Yeah, I think it may be better without corners. I don't know if we should have it white. I think like more of a letter beige kind of colour maybe. Now I'm not sure about the black. Last line shouldn't be full width to recognise it as a text page. Oh yay. So what do you think needs changing? Do you think we need to, by full width, do you mean make this bit shorter? Like so it shows that, like, you know, it's true, like last lines usually don't go all the way, do they? Completely forgot that actually. Does that look weird like that? You could break up the lines a bit with light shades of grey to give the appearance of text characters. Oh yeah, that's another idea too. I was going to turn the black to brown, so it goes more with the whole beige letter kind of colour scheme. We can still change them. Oh, big circle. So if we like actually did that, it would probably look weird, wouldn't it, if it was gappy. But you say just put a different shade in. Something like that, is that what you mean? Yeah, exactly, yay. Okay, so how does that look zoomed out? Doesn't look too bad, does it? We can see how it looks in game, I guess. But the next one we gotta do is, let's have a look. I'll show you guys the screenshot again of what I took from the game. So that is basically where we're gonna put our little, we copy and paste that and put it in because I kind of want to see how it looks now. Obviously it's going to be smaller than that in game. So this is basically the request icon. For the cancel, I'm thinking a straightforward cross could symbolise cancel. And the ones I'm stuck for are currently active and clear active. I can't think of what icon would represent them, but I want something that really like shows, so people know straight away what it is. I don't want anything to be confusing because I don't even understand why these are the default book and a closed book. I suppose it makes sense in a way because open book means you're doing it now and closed means you're not. But I want something a little bit more intuitive, I think. And Dream Only, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. And Liquid, how are you doing, Liquid? It's so good to see you today. Hope you're having a great day. Is this the sexy Bob Ross meme stream? That's right. I'm Bob Ross, guys. I'm just doing a Rose Rainbow cosplay because it's Halloween. We got trials in the stream today. Sorry, we only speak English here. I'm afraid if we can't understand what you're saying, we don't know what you're saying, it could be something bad. So bye guys. Bye guys. Right, so yeah, we're gonna have a cross for that. I'm thinking red cross. Red can look a bit glaring to the eye though, won't stand out a bit too much. I was about to ban them, LOL. I got there first, Rex. I'm like a pro mod, I'm a streamer and a mod, I've got the skills. But I appreciate you, Rex. Thank you for wanting to help out. Hope you're having a good day. Right, so anybody got any ideas? Because I'm flummoxed. Is flummoxed a word? I like it, but I don't even know what it means. I assume flummoxed means confused, but am I wrong? But anyway, I don't know what to have for currently active and clear. But we'll do the cancel icon for now. We'll do a but we got the request icon. We know what that one's going to be. Let's do a cross. We'll make it look like this tick, except a cross, if that makes sense. So the quickest way of doing this might be to do this. What a beautiful cross. I think it's a bit big though. Yeah, that's a 30 by 30 cross. Let's fill it in and then change the colour to red or something. I can't think of another colour that would be ideal for a cross, a cancel cross. It looks too chunky, it looks too big. I might make it smaller. But yeah, she used the same red that we used for the rose. I'm still not happy with the rose, but I'm probably going to keep the colours of the rose, but just add a few highlights or something so it actually looks like a rose. Because at a small size you can't really tell. It just all blends in a bit too much at the moment, that rose does. Worth, thank you for the follow. It's good to meet you. How are you doing? Hope you had a good day. What does chaste mean? I only know chaste with that isn't a double S. I don't know what chaste means with two S's. Heard it a lot in interior design programs, so I know it's not dirty. Honestly, I get scared sometimes about saying words I've never heard of because I worry that it's a bad word. Like, you know, there's a lot of words out there that are bad, but I don't know them. Like, it could be majorly racist or something and I wouldn't know. I'd be like, oh crap, I've said a bad word. Banned from Twitch. Red is pretty atypical for a cancellation. Yeah, I'm glad you guys agree. It's good to hear icon feedback from you, so I know. So I want it to be very obvious what the icons represent, but I think this cross is a bit chunky at the moment, so I am going to make it smaller, but we'll change the colour first. And yeah, it's just the currently active and clear active icons there. I don't know what to have because they're very important. You know, people will want to change their active quests sometimes. Probably, I'm going to add a little bit of colour difference, I think, so it's like the tick. Doesn't look too bad like that. Let's make it smaller first. That's a prettier cross, isn't it? Doesn't look as chunky. We'll add a bit of highlight, but oh, I don't know where to put the highlights on the cross. We got a paler pink. Welcome, Worth. That's a cute emote. What a cute little lion. I think it's a lion anyway. Bingo. Oh, is that what it means? Interesting. According to Google, past tense. You learn something new every day. Okay, so just gotta figure out where to put the highlights. Probably the top. Just to show a little bit so it doesn't look completely flat. Yeah, it looks a bit weird when it's that low. That's okay. It'll do, won't it? I mean, I'm not convinced, because I'm never convinced. I could like mess about things like this forever. This is why I'd never do commissions. Yeah, I think it looks better when it's not too low. I'll just keep that like that. It looks weird with just one pixel though. I'm never satisfied. Maybe we need a shadow too, but I don't know. Nah, just leave it like that. Like I says, I can edit the matrix a little weird. Okay, so cancel and read are done. It's just the other two. So what were they again? Currently active and clear active. Hi Binary, how's it going? It's good to see you. Good evening, so what are you working on? Hi Draga, welcome to the stream, Dragamir. How are you doing? And what am I working on? I'll give you guys a command. Exclamation mark project is the command. All the info's there. Website's on the way though, before the end of the year, maybe in November. It's already got the domain now, but hopefully we'll actually have it up and running and something to read on there next month. So yay. Have you completed any of the games before, or is this the first one you're making? Oh, this will be the first one. I've done a lot of I've done a lot of messing about with games in the last how many? I've tried. Let's say there's been times I've been working on games, but they've not come to completion because of life. Things happening that stops it happening, but this is going to be the time when we actually do complete a game, and I do believe that the episodic nature of this game helps that a lot, because it can be very overwhelming to be like, oh my goodness, a whole game, but releasing it in episodes, it breaks it up a bit, and you guys have something to play even sooner. Then you don't have to wait potentially 3 years for a game. you're gonna get an episode 1 to play in a few months' time, hopefully, all going well. If we get some content done, and so yeah, that's about me. Going good, busy at work, so mostly lurking, but sending you all the good vibes. Thank you, Binary. Well, it's always a pleasure to see you, and I hope work is going well today. How the week's been treating you good. I suddenly need pizza, haha. Yeah, get pizza. I love pizza. We have pizza every Friday now in our house. We order pizza, and it's great. Who doesn't like pizzas? Have you guys met anyone that doesn't like pizza? Because I haven't. Dr. Cheese Weasel. It's a great name, isn't it? We've got a ferret and a weasel. How amazing. I think you guys were meant to be. You can be a partnership. You need to highlight the bottom part of the cross as well. I mean the outer sides instead of the inner sides at the top part. Okay, have you got a reference, Lejuta? Because references really go a long way with me. I should probably Google image cross or something, cross icon, and see what the shading's like. So it can be a toughie to not have a reference image, and I'm terrible at following. Oh, hang on, I've got to switch to this screen. I'm terrible at following instructions, like written instructions. I never understand. Well, I can, but it takes a lot of rereading, should I say, to understand it. So seeing an image really helps a lot more. So I'm going to go cross icon in Google. I'm a visual learner, you see. We're all a type of learner, aren't we? There's visual. What's the others? I forgot what the others are because that I'm not them. But there's about 3 or 4 different ones, different types of learners. Okay, so I'm trying to look for a cross and seeing what the shade, because it'll probably help more than a description, you see. Can't weasels and ferrets just get along? Yeah, they should hug and be happy together. That's a cool idea. I've read your FAQ stuff. It seems like an interesting game. Thank you, Sleeping. It's super fun, yeah. And I think the whole, like, because we do it as we go along, it takes the pressure off a bit, because we're doing it bit by bit. We don't have to like think, okay, let's plan the whole story right now. Let's plan the ending. Let's plan all the skills up to level 50. Let's do that would be so overwhelming. So we don't. We just do it as we go. So for episode 1, you'll probably only get characters. We'll probably only get up to level 10 or something. Maybe a bit more than that. We don't know. Depends how long episode 1's going to be. So we don't have to think ahead too much. We can just focus on early game stuff. And then episode 2, more. I mean, we don't know how many episodes we're going to have yet, because we don't know. It depends how it goes. Whenever the game comes to a good end, I guess. But that's a long way, because this is a super long-term project. Must get back to work, engage in alert mode. Yay, thank you, Byron, for the look. You're getting those raindrops. You are getting them all. I found a cross reference, but it looks like a 3D cross. Like from a weird perspective. So I'm probably not going to use that as a reference. Okay, I found this cross as a reference. I'm going to show you guys. Ooh, there we go. So its lighting is more on the diagonal parts, isn't it? And the top bit. So maybe is that what you meant, Legita? I think that might be what you meant, maybe. So we'll go for that. We'll just put the highlights on those diagonal sides and that bit at the tip. Because I do agree, there is something very wrong with the look of the cross. Something don't look right. It's different to the tick, do you know what I mean? Ticks are going to have a different lighting, but I'm treating the cross the same as the tick. And that's why it's going weird. So, I'm going to look at that reference image again. So I kind of want to keep the outline, so first of all I'm going to just see how it looks if we do keep the outline. Because I don't know if I want to put the highlight at the edge. I might want to keep that outline because I like the consistency, and everything kind of has this kind of pixel outline. But as I says, I won't be designing all the icons myself because that's way too many. We're going to have a lot of icons in the game, and I am probably likely going to just stick to this set here. Let me get it up and remind you guys again the one that we're probably going to use. This one here, it is a pixel art icon set, so it does fit with the style of the game. So I'll probably be using this for like the weapons and anything that's pixel art basically will fit. We're not going to use vector art or anything like that because it'd be a bit jarring, probably, because it'll distract from the UI and it won't be consistent with the kind of look we've got. So yeah, well, like these icons here are vectors, and yeah. So I mean, sometimes in the game we might use the vectors. Like sometimes you'll have no choice. I can. It just depends how it looks. Sometimes we just have to test and see how it looks. Some things will look okay and some will look weird. And that's the thing, when you're not doing all of the assets 100% yourself, you might come across like consistency problems if you're using lots of different artists' stuff. You just have to have a look and see what works and see what doesn't. And assume they're not of this humanly realm. Binary and Weasel are going to be best buddies. I know it. Bibly, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, I will certainly answer them for you. Also, that looks so much better. Hang on, you can't even see because I've got this. But just like changing the line of the cross just makes way more sense. Might make it a bit thicker though. Maybe. We'll see how it looks if I make it thicker. It definitely did work as it was, but it works thicker as well, but probably just needs to be those two bits look fine, but this bit doesn't, so I don't think we need that there. That might be what the problem was. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm not like desperate to put a shadow on there. It kind of works with just the highlight, and this is very simple icons, you know. They don't have to be like detailed. Though, is that a darker one? No, I think it's the same colour. Well, it's not 100% the same colour, but I do like to keep consistency. But I'm using the colour of the rose as well. I might change the rose colours from that to that. I don't know. I'll have a fuss around off stream to just do all the extra details and stuff. Hey, you still here? Nice, I'm still here, True Baldy. Yeah, we still got some more of stream time left. We're gonna carry on until we get a good point to end. How are you doing, True Baldy? Did you have a good journey home? I think it looks good, Rose. Thank you, Kung. Well, this project sounds like a fun idea, but how far into it are you? Very early on. We've done the first village and we've recently finished the first dungeon, which is a forest. If you can count a forest as a dungeon, I know it's outside, but it's still an area of danger, if you know what I mean. There's enemies there, and fighting, and treasure. Probably. No, we haven't discussed the treasure yet, but I'm sure it'll be there. I did all the mapping for that forest, that's all done. I've recently done the dialogue and cutscenes for the first and second main quest, and what's coming up is mainly skills, talking about the skills for the enemies and the players. So there's a lot to put together still, but we're coming towards finishing the first section of the game anyway, but there's still a lot more. We're going to really flesh it out, do side quests, and bring the village and forest to life with lots of good lore. So it's not over yet, there's still a lot to do, and I can't see us finishing Everbloom Forest until the end of the year, because we really want to have some good quests and give the NPCs a bit of personality. And we've got a cave as well in the Everbloom Forest to do, and that might be a side quest dungeon or it might be a main quest dungeon, we haven't decided yet, so that'll be a new area to map. And then after that we'll move on to the next area of the game, but we don't know what that is yet because we improvise it all. We'll do it as we go along. But I want episode 1 to be at least a few hours of gameplay with the main quest alone. If you do the side quests, it'll make it even longer. So yeah, I do want it to have lots of content. It's not going to just be the Everbloom Forest episode 1. I want it to be the next area as well after Everbloom Forest. So 3 maps. Wow, the Everbloom Forest has 6 sections, so it's split into 6. The Everbloom Forest is. And if you want to look at some past streams, I do have a YouTube channel. I upload all the VODs on there. After every single stream I upload. So we're on stream 48 today. We're nearly on the 50th stream. So as you can see, stream 50, we're pretty much early on in development, because the first 10 streams were literally just us rambling on about lore for the first village. Just for the first village. So we just talked for the first 10 streams, and then we started doing the Everbloom Forest mapping around about stream 18 or so, and then we finished it about in the 30s, stream 30 something. And so it takes, we do it bit by bit, and it's probably going to be hundreds of streams eventually. We're still very much in the early days, because it's a recent thing, this, like doing this game on Twitch. I used to play RPG games. That was kind of my thing in the beginning as a streamer, but it's all changed now. I exclusively do this, and it's going to stay like that. I just looked around earlier. Yay. Yeah, yeah, if you're curious about what we've been doing in previous streams, YouTube's a place to go. We do have the VODs on Twitch as well, but I feel like YouTube's better because it's just better for watching videos, I think. So definitely feel free to have a look at that, and everything's going to get uploaded there, the whole development process. And yeah, you'll get to see how I did all the mapping and how I came to decisions and stuff. Hi Arago, have I pronounced your name right? How welcome. Why the crying face? Why are you crying? I do love the Bible thump emote though. I think it's very cute. Kitty Cam is online. Kitty Cam? Oh my goodness, where? Well, as long as you have fun. Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it? You gotta have fun, and if it ever gets to the stage where the fun stops, or it doesn't get as fun, that means I'll have to change things up slightly. But luckily it hasn't got to that yet. But I feel like if things ever didn't get fun, it would be because of the way the project is managed community wise. Maybe things get a bit overwhelming, or there's too many people with input and I can't keep up with it, sort of thing. So I just have to change the way I organise it so I don't get overwhelmed. But it's all going really fine so far, not a problem at all. No worries in the slightest. I get really excited to stream every day. No better found on emotes. Not better found on emotes. Welcome now, Arago. It's good to meet you. I hope you're having a good day. What about the story of the game? Improvised. So we don't have it. We're doing it as we go along. It's as simple as that. It's not planned. We don't know the ending or anything. But like I says, I will be having a website because I get asked these questions every stream. I mean, it's very understandable that I get asked them because they're very common questions, and I like getting asked the questions. It shows people are interested. So it's super encouraging for a start. But these important questions I'm going to remember in my head, and they'll all get put on the website, and hopefully you guys, as soon as you open up the website, everything will be clear to you. And yeah, things like that, because the FAQ page is doing okay, but I definitely think it could be fleshed out more, have a bit more information on there to make things clearer about the project, for sure. Being a streamer means repeating yourself 90% of the time. It does, and I will do a lot of it, but I think it's going to go a long way to have a lot of information on the website, because it'll save time for the stream for making the game, if you know what I mean. so we can actually get things done in the stream, game-wise. Strong point of RPG Maker is the story. Gameplay gets cool with good programming. Yeah, there's a lot of cool plugins that can really make it more interesting from the vanilla version of RPG Maker, and I'm trying to do that too. And I'm gonna I'm adding them as we go along. Like, it's too much to think of everything you want, all the features straight away. Some people might work like that. Some people might plan it all from the beginning before even starting. But I like the idea of adding as we go along. But for sure, episode 1 needs to be at a good standard before it gets released. There's no way I'm going to be releasing it with features incomplete. Never saw a streamer who doesn't. Yeah, and I love answering questions and stuff. I'm very, I try to be very interactive with my chat, so I'm very happy to answer questions for sure. But as soon as something gets commonly asked a lot, if something gets asked every stream, it's something that needs to be very much made clear and put on the front page of the website, and that's so people know for sure. So that's definitely one about the story. I definitely want to have like a little paragraph about how all that works. I'm glad MV came out with a better sprite creator back in VX and XP days. I made sprite creator free because of their character creator wasn't great. Yeah, the generator, is that what you mean, Brian? I agree, because I'm not making the assets really in this project. Like, these are my assets here, the icons, and that's because I just felt like doing them. I wanted to make some pixel art icons that fit more with the look of the game, so I decided to do them myself basically. But most of the stuff will be already existing, and to save time, to save development process, and so I can focus on all the other areas of the game, because doing art, it adds so much development time onto a project. It would go from a 3-year project to a 8-year project if with that sort of stuff to do. So it just really saves a lot of time, and this game's free to play, so there's no pressure on me to have it all be original stuff, because it's a free to play game. It's a fun game, and yeah, it's fun to be able to like focus more on the writing and the world building and stuff like that, rather than think about all the artwork. Can only wish you good luck with this project, but we'll get to see how it turns outwards itself. Yeah, people are going to be skeptical for sure. I'm like thinking, we'll wait and see. She's not going to do it. She'll cancel the project. But yeah, it's true. People will be skeptical, especially when it's in its early days. I feel like if we was like halfway through, it's like the project will have proven itself more for sure. But it's a good job you've come early, guys, because it means you get to be involved very early on in the project, which is exciting. A game in envy or by the seat of my pants. I think it's interesting because ideas can sort of flow out of other ideas. Yeah. And I really love the whole storytelling concept we've got with how we write the story together, because I might think of something, but you guys might think of something to make it even more awesome. And it's all done on a voting system with Discord reactions, and the best wins, and then that means we'll get the best possible game and best possible story because all the best ideas will get the most votes. So question, did you buy the Humble Bundle RPG Maker Returns? It's out now, or some of the previous ones? They had interesting sprite generators in them. I haven't bought any, no, but maybe some of the people here have, because we've been talking about the Humble link a lot. I already own RPG Maker MV, and so I've got what I need. And I'm sticking to RPG Maker MV anyway. Yes, the generator is better than V. I made my own VXXP generator that still gets downloaded and used. Oh, that's awesome. That's super cool that you've done that, Brian. But yeah, I never really played much of VX and XP. My first RPG Maker was 2000, because I'm old. I am a vampire that doesn't age. So, yeah, RPG Maker 2000 was my first. And then I had a massive... I think I tried 2003 as well. Or I might have gone straight to XP. But I didn't play much of XP. I just like dabbled in it a little bit. And MV's like my first real attempt for a very long time. RPG Maker. So yeah, I've done those 2 icons, and what are the others? Let's have a look again. I'm hungry. This milk hasn't filled me up. Right, so I'm just stuck on what those 2 icons could be. Right, this is obviously not how it's going to look in game, but it gives a good idea. It might inspire me to think of what these 2 icons could be. I'm going to actually delete these because it's distracting seeing those icons. Don't like. Anybody have any ideas at all what would be a good icon for currently active and clear active quest? Because I can't think right now. I really have no clue. Clear. What's an icon for clear? But what's an icon for current? We've already got a tick. We've got a tick for completed quests. We can't use a tick for any of them. Clear active could be in Razor. That's a good idea, Sleeping. So we'll go for that one if there's nothing better. But that's a super good one. But what about currently? Gotta go now. Take care, everyone. Juice, thanks for hanging out. Oh my god, cute slime. Is that a slime? That green thing. It's adorable. Always fun to lurk here. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're a pro lurker, Juice. You got those 500 raindrops in no time. My goodness. Be working on accounts this weekend, I swear. Yeah, you do it whenever you want. I mean, no rush at all. You've got your 500 raindrops, so you can do it when you can do it, but whenever you want, Juice. Clear active, a golden ring with a green sphere in it. Really? I can't picture what that even means. But yeah, I think an eraser would be good for clear active. It gets straight to the point. I want it to be obvious what the icons mean. But yeah, it's currently active then. That's the confusing one. But we can look for an eraser now. I'm going to look for a reference image of an eraser. So switch back to this screen. I always like going to this screen more because I get to see the cute characters. The reason I don't have the characters on this screen is because this is my playtest screen when we test the game. And I like to have a clear screen of any overlay. Currently active could be a sprite of a character running, like a small simple one. Ooh, let's have a look. That could work. It could be an idea if there's nothing better. Sand clock for the currently active, maybe. Perhaps a star for currently active. Well, thanks for giving some suggestions, guys. I mean, we are coming to the end of the stream now, but I am going to note down all these ideas. I'm going to get my notepad file up. Eraser. Golden ring. I'm still going to put it. I still can't picture a golden ring for currently active. Maybe I'm just not clicking, but I'm going to write it down anyway. Character running. So I'm going to do this off stream. I do work on this off stream, so I'll show you guys the next day what I've done. Some nights I don't, but some nights I do. Star, send, block. The thing with the timer, I already have a clock icon for the in progress icon, so it's a good one. But because I'm already kind of using a timer icon, maybe it would get confusing if there was 2 timer icons. For instance, if they're all gold rings, the one with the green orb would be the active one. Oh, I get what you mean. I do get what you mean now. But that's kind of what I'm going with the quest objective icon. Let me get it back up. You see these orbs here? The green one is the completed quest, and the bluey coloured one is when you're in process, and red is failed. So I'm kind of gone for the coloured colour scheme with that. So you're probably going to go for something different with the clear active and currently active, just so it don't get confusing. I like the icons to be as separate from each other as possible. Could do a picture pencil for both, showing eraser side down for clear and pencil nib for currently active. Not sure it would look good in pixel art though. That could work too, Sleeping. I'm noting down all your ideas so I've got as many as possible. I definitely think the eraser for clear active is the best one at the moment for me. It's more the currently active one I'm unsure about, but there's some decent suggestions. It's just whatever fits best, I guess. Maybe a pause symbol. Pause symbol too. She's trying to say your suggestion a bit more since she wasn't able to visualise it. Yeah, thank you, Rex. Yeah, sometimes I need as a visual learner, sometimes I need that. Maybe like a dartboard, so you're aiming for completing it. Yeah, I guess it depends what works best out of these in pixel art, because some of them, because it's a very simple pixel art style, like something very simple works best. Otherwise someone would be like, what's that? Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it'd work if it was in a non-pixel art style, but we'll say I'll have a look, I'll have a think about it tonight and see what works best. But I appreciate you guys for your suggestions, and I've wrote them all down. So once these are the last two icons of the quest section of the game. And then they're all there, those bits are all done, which will be nice. And there's still loads I've got to do in terms of UI. I want to put those, do the mini map. I want more stuff on the mini map, like the main quest destinations and things, so people know where they've got to go. There's like just a few little bits and bobs, but most of the UI I'm going to leave. Like, there'll be a lot of default UI in for the time being in certain sections of the game, and I'll gradually add the icons to it. But before episode 1 gets released, for sure, it'll be all done. There won't be any default stuff in then. Pretty simple, and then you can have a check mark or something for completed quest. Yeah, that's what that is. So I'm gonna we got the check mark here, and that's the in progress icon. I'm going to do a test play before we end stream, guys, a quick one, to just show you what exactly it looks like, because it can be a little bit, you know, not seeing them all together and not in the game, it doesn't give any context. So let's do a test play, and then maybe you might be able to come up with even more ideas once you actually see it in the game. You're making some custom menu stuff. Hi, Matata. Yeah, stuff for the quest section of the game, because we have the quest journal plugin. So I'm kind of doing the custom icons for that at the moment, because I really wasn't a fan of the default. And we do have a little bug there. You might have just seen a black font text bug. For some reason, it keeps going black when I open the game. It's really weird. But I am in the mid-process of fixing it, so that's how it should look. And we got the little white orbs there, and basically when you've done one, it'll go green to show that you've done it, and it'll go red if you failed. Even though I don't know we're going to use the failed thing, we might just have inactive or in progress and complete. But that's how you see we got the tick for completed, and that tick will also, you know, it'll appear in a few places to show completion if necessary. Probably like when a quest is being completed, it'll be on the map as well above the player's head or something to show that that's the destination. Maybe that's an idea. That's how some RPGs and MMOs do it. Simple is best. And basically this is where these are the icons are in the process of changing. So we've done the read one and we've done the cancel one. We've got a cross for the cancel one and a little note thing for the read, and maybe an eraser for the clear active one. So it's just the currently active one that we were thinking about, and we've got a few ideas. I think I do like, now you've talked about it more, the whole the ring idea. It's good, it's simple, but I think because we've got that for the objectives, I don't know if it'd be confusing to use a similar kind of concept. You know what I mean? Maybe a play symbol from the audio player for currently active. Maybe. Yeah. I think like it's hard, guys, because some of your ideas are really creative. And it's just what fits best and what's the most simple. And I do like your suggestions, but I'm gonna think about it, because it can be hard to make a final decision fast. Sometimes I have to ponder over it. But thank you guys, you're the best. I think the active quest should be a Mona Lisa incomplete quest should be Starry Night, and failed quest should be the statue lady with missing arms. Oh my goodness. If this was like extremely detailed artwork, that would be totally what we'd go for. If we could have a super detailed icons. Right, so yeah, so I just wanted to show you the context of how the icons would look in the game. So those icons that we're working on there, that's what they'll replace. Because I don't know about you guys, but I am not a fan of these default ones. So yeah, we're gonna make it look better. And we got rewards and potion 5, which isn't our reward. We're not even going to be calling them potions in this game, most likely. We'll think of something more creative, and we'll have a better potion icon as well. But I'll probably use a pre-existing asset for the potions, because there's some really good pixel potions and things that we could use that could really fit with the look. But it was just this quest journal UI that I decided to myself, because there wasn't really any icons that were ideal that online for me, so that's why I kind of done it myself. But yeah, there we go. But I do think that the overland, the map, looks a lot better than it did originally. This time last week it was just a blue box, just like the map, but it looks better without the box. Yeah, okay guys, so I'm gonna go for the test play now. And as always, I never finish my tasks, because I had a big list of tasks to do, but I haven't done them. I've done some of them, but not all. But, you know, that's how game development goes. It's a slow process. But I'm going to do a bit off stream tonight. But tomorrow, I do really want a skills stream. I've been wanting to discuss enemy and player skills for a while. So more than likely, or going well, it'll probably be a skill discussion stream tomorrow. And we can always revisit the UI at a later date. But once I've done those 4 icons in the journal, we've basically finished that bit. Why am I still hungry when I've had all my milk? Okay guys, so I'm probably gonna send you over to somebody now, because it's after 6 o'clock. My dinner could be ready any minute. And sometimes if I stream this long, I usually just go off and don't raid. But I really want to try and make the effort to go to other people's streams, even people who I don't know very well. Sometimes I think let's just raid somebody new, or somebody we don't know very well. I've got a little bit braver there. So I probably will send us over to someone new today, actually. That I will probably have to go pretty fast though, because of dinner. So let's just do the raid command. Have we got a raid command? Exclamation mark, right? Who likes Breath of the Wild here? Because there's somebody on my follow list who is playing Breath of the Wild, and that was a game that was mentioned earlier in stream. It's an RPG, so we could raid somebody playing that game. And they used to be in a stream team I was in. Haven't been in their stream for ages, but we could say hi. Their name is Chocolate Kieran, and he's a super friendly guy. And I will get Twitch up and the stream up to make sure they don't go offline, because that's happened a few times, once or twice. We won't make that mistake ever again. So it'd be awesome if you join along, do the Res Raid Blood guys with an emote of your choice. And I will be back tomorrow for more RPG Maker fun. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. And get that command ready. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day. All the best.